actress and singer Sheryl Lee Ralph sang, who I absolutely love her. She sang the Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. Take a look at this.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty.
Oh yeah, in all her glory. I mean, she just looked magnificent. She sung that song magnificently. I was sitting back here while y'all were watching her, singing it along with her. But of course, unfortunately, going back to something that Yasmin and I were talking about, it shouldn't trigger folks. Some folks were triggered. Some anti-Black members of the GOP were absolutely triggered by this. And here are a couple of reactions from the white supremacist chick who had the gall to speak on Sheryl's amazing rendition. Let's go ahead and put this up. America only has one national anthem. Why is the NFL trying to divide us by playing multiple? Do football, not wokeness. Now I'm gonna pause right here for a special announcement. When people like her, and it don't matter what their political affiliation is, but right now these Republicans acting a fool. But when people like her, a representative, talks about we don't need wokeness, whether it's her, whether it's DeSanctimonious, don't matter who it is, any of these fools. And it don't matter to me whether they Republican or Democrat, but let me just rest on these Republicans right now. They talking against Black people. America, you understand this? And they are really the reincarnation of the type of white supremacist, anti-Black leadership in this country. White folks in leadership that trampled upon the rights and the beauty and the goals and the dreams and the hopes of Black people in this country. Why does that hurt her so much? Why? It ain't taking nothing from her, but the chick just had to weigh in. So we're gonna weigh in on her. Let's take a look at this other chick, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Chris Stapleton just sang the most beautiful national anthem at the Super Bowl, but we could have gone without the rest of the wokeness. You know what? I got some choice words for both of these chicks. I mean, both of them. You know what? Chris did sing. He sung that song too. We sung both national anthems. Hello, somebody. Okay, hello. If they understood Black history, why they sitting up there trying to do away with Black history and Black books and just try to erase the history of Black folks in this country, they would understand why the Black National Anthem means a lot, and it should mean a lot to everybody. Is something wrong with these folks, America? Now, we gonna let these type of leaders run things? Or are we gonna get some folks in there that understand that there are stories to be told in this country and to be understood in this country, and that everything wasn't coming up roses for everybody? Hello? They jealous behinds. Put this one up too. This genius right here. This special person right here. The NFL played 2 different national anthems tonight. Someone just sent me a photo of Carly Lake sitting during the first one. Yeah, because you know what her sitting down represented? She didn't give a, and go ahead and fill in the blank. This is a family show. But I speak that language very, very well. That's my second language, you know? I am bilingual in that way. I just can't rattle it all off right here, but that just shows the disrespect. She just said F the Black National Anthem. You are supposed to stand for national anthems just in case that chick didn't understand that. But my stunt double had something to say about this, as she always does about this time. She said, dear conservative Christians who are outraged that lift every voice. And do you see the Black anthem? You see how Black folks do? We said lift every voice. Hello? Well, that was lost on them fools, but let me go ahead. Dear conservative Christians who are outraged that lift every voice and sing was performed at last night's Super Bowl, you are aware it's a Christian hymn, right? Your outrage is racist in nature, plain and simple. See, sisters and brothers and family and friends, we just gotta call this stuff like it is. We gotta stop playing with these people. And again, y'all know me. It doesn't matter to me whether we calling out what racist on the Democratic side or racist on the Republican side. Baby, if you are a racist and you're anti-Black, you just those things. And we're gonna just lay it down here. America, we got a problem. But it wasn't just the singing of the Black National Anthem that angered white supremacists scattered throughout the GOP. Let's put up this headline right here. Epic fail. Donald Trump bashes Rihanna for single worst halftime show in Super Bowl history. How dare he, and who is he to judge, okay? These fools could really learn a thing or two from Sheryl Ralph, who said this following her performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing. Take a look.
You all, just be clear, I am here at the Super Bowl and I'm feeling so good. Thank you for all of your amazing tweets and comments about my rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing. It is 123 years old today, that song. And I thank everybody for joining in at a time when we all need to come together. That song was written for first and second generation free Black Americans who were at that time told by the country that they didn't matter. But this song was written by an educator for them to understand you are important, you matter. So lift every voice and sing.
Yeah, amen to that. Yasmin, your reactions to these GOP crazies.
Yeah. Well, I first want to give props to Sheryl for that Fenty beanie. That was pretty dope. But yeah, first of all, it is telling that Lauren Boebert felt division here instead of unity. It says a lot about her. And this is just people creating problems and controversies where there really isn't one, right? I hardly ever get on Twitter, but I did last night, and that might have been a mistake. But I was genuinely confused as to why people like Lauren Boebert and MTG were offended this time. And sometimes, it can take a little bit of effort to get into their headspace and to try to understand their way of thinking and to grasp whatever point it is that they're trying to make. But I thought both performances that preceded the national anthem were beautiful, and I'm referring also to Babyface's performance. I certainly didn't feel that they took anything away from the game or from the national anthem itself. And to find something negative in either of those performances, especially in Sheryl's performance, I think you really have to try hard, or you have to be kind of a hateful person in the first place. But I do want to give a quick shout out to Miss Patterson, because hearing Lift Every Voice last night filled me with a lot of joy. It took me right back to Miss Patterson's music class in elementary school when we all sang that song. And that sort of thing really stays with you, right? Music is supposed to move you and transform you, and it's supposed to mean different things to different people. You cannot police or minimize that impact, no matter how hard people like Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene try.
Yeah, that is so true. Music is a universal language. And I mean, Yasmin, you're making the most profound point of all. This should have brought people together and made people feel good. You just have to be a kind of a really sad individual. I almost feel sorry for these people because they are living some miserable lives to try to find something negative about the singing of the Black National Anthem. They miserable, y'all. Don't let them take you with you. There's a quote out there, misery loves company. We not going with them, okay? Let's just decide we ain't going down that misery road with them fools. That's exactly what they are. And we can ensure, because the Super Bowl, so there was a lot of good things happening there. There's some things that we gotta be cognizant of and we gotta correct in this country, even if, because football is a microcosm. This sport is a microcosm of the real America, and we see that playing out time and time again. So even though the game marked an important victory for Black athletes and Black women in sports, it can't be lost on us that the NFL can do so much more than what it's doing right now to ensure Black leadership is all around the league in every single nook and cranny of the league, and not just on the field. So a reminder, I want you to check out this graphic with us. We put this up last week as well. The race of the players, 70% are Black, 24%, almost 25% are white, 5% are other. And then if we look at the coaching hire since 1989, 12.2% are Black, 81%, a little bit of 81%. A little over 81%, I should say, are white, and a little over 6% represent other races or ethnicities. And when you factor in the fact that 95%, and you heard me right, 95% of the NFL owners are white, with just 2 minority owners, the NFL needs to do a better job to advance leadership This should be a part of what it does. It should take analysis, and the NFL shouldn't be happy with these stats. Nobody should. And not just on the surface level, it's more than about interviewing coaches and painting in racism in the end zone. Okay, symbols without substance, baby. Symbols are fine, but they gotta have some substance. If symbols have no substance, they mean absolutely nothing. You can bold it, you can underline it, underscore, exclamation point, put it in a message in a bottle, and you know where we're gonna ride it. We're gonna ride it on the train. And the league, especially after the Black history made during this Super Bowl, has the opportunity to make up for past wrongs and ensure that leadership of these teams represent the overwhelmingly majority of Black players who play for them. I mean, if they wanted us to reverse this thing, since 70% of the players are Black, y'all know where I'm going with this. So they got a long, long way to go. And those of us who believe that we must do better in this country in every single sector, you can't be mad at that. As Yasmin said earlier, haters gonna hate. But people who wanna make a difference, they're gonna appreciate. All right, so let's get some appreciation going on here. We're not playing with them fools over there, but it was a heck of a Super Bowl.